Well, hello, James Nussbaumer here, and I always have to start even a short video like this. I am the author of The Master of Everything, a story of mankind in the world of illusion we call life. This book I'm so proud of. I wrote every single word of this while I was in prison for 8 years, believe it or not. Yes, yes, yes. Of course, most of you know the story about this. For a securities violation as a financial advisor for 25 years. Can you believe it? And a forgiving judge let me go early after 8 years. I was sentenced to 10 years. But I wrote this book and many more to come. Of course, many of you know that, but if you don't, The Master of Everything, it's on sale now wherever books are sold by Ozark Mountain Publishing Company. Please pick up a copy and help the momentum because the momentum is going. But hey, today, everyone, I want to talk about something that came to my attention, and I get several messages on Facebook and some tweets on Twitter. But we want to start off with, how do we bring forward inner strength, which is what I had to have writing this book, Inner Strength, from the violent and volatile din of the cell block. I mean, I'm telling you, it was just terrible. But this is not what not what this blog is about. But how do we bring forward inner strength in our lives? Do you have any idea how you would tap into it and where to find it? One of the many things A Course in Miracles teaches us, says that it has done for me, is A Course in Miracles has opened my eyes to all the nothingness that consumed much of my life. And you might say, what am I talking about? All that nothingness and the little tricks that the ego-based mind, that cloud cover in our minds, obscuring the light of our reality. You know what I'm talking about. Don't you often feel that there's something that's just blocking you from doing what it is you really want to do? Sure you do. We all do. We all have. And the ego in us is just, it's that cloud cover in our minds, obscuring our real reality. And it uses us to guide us toward the grand promises that the ego just cannot fulfill for us. So, for the ego, it's just a false image that we try to portray. And it's really not what we really want to do. And I think you really know what I'm trying to say now. But so now it's easy for me to see that the grandest the ego could ever be is grandiose. How do you compare grandiose to grandeur? Grandiose is kind of pompous and, thinking that you're something when you're really not. And that's grandiose. Grandiosity is the ego's limited kingdom. So bear with me, please. A Course in Miracles teaches us that illusions are only investments, and they will last as long as you value them. If you value grandiosity, what the world promises you by maybe the promises of that 40-hour-a-week job that you really don't want to have, but you do anyway because the world says that's the way it should be. Don't get me wrong. There's nothing against that type of a career if that's what you want. But grandiosity is expressed in selfish competitiveness. It always involves attack, and it acts out its pompous and exaggerated form of importance over dignity. And its goal is always to put out your dignity. Its goal is always about outdoing, but never about undoing the grandiosity. In its attempts to win at all costs, the ego will vacillate between suspiciousness and viciousness and getting nowhere. And time will just creep on by, and before you know it, you live all your life living that way, between suspiciousness and viciousness. Don't go there, okay? And you won't, because if you don't go there, is what I'm trying to say, I guess, is that if you don't go there, and you will have tapped into the real strength of your own self if you don't go there. So in other words, don't go there. Just say, I'm not going there. And you could say like, oh my, where do I start? Well, how about starting with about the truth that you really want? Sure, we all have the bills we have to pay, and I'm not necessarily talking about a career, but I do want to say that, oh my God, right now, if I could reach out to you through this blog post, if I could reach out, put my hands out there and grab you around the collar and put my arms around you and give you a big squeeze hug. And if I could do that, and a kiss on the cheek or shake your hand for you gentlemen, if I could do that, if I could give you a big squeeze hug right now and say, what the hell are you waiting for? And I'd say, this system is kick butt. This system is kick butt, and it is for you. You see, I'm learning to take it easy by trusting real abundance. You can too by finding this method to a great lifestyle. There's nothing to fear other than your own fear of willingness to commit. Let me quickly add what this is about. And for those of you on my newsletter list, you know what it's about. But let me quickly say that, it's the system that I've been using to earn attractive residual income online. And I'm so pleased with the results that I'm getting because I committed myself to it. It's for real, and real good people are involved. There's no scam involved. No spam and no scam. It's for real. So if you'd like to learn more, simply click on the link in the description box of this YouTube video. And if you're watching this on my newsletter list, if you're a member of my newsletter people, which you're privileged to be if you are, know that this is for real. My God, I want to reach out and hug you and say, come on, join. This is it. Trust it. It's the real deal. But everyone is afraid. Don't be afraid. You know what I have to say is I wish the best for you, people that are afraid. And maybe one day you will not be afraid, but it just might be too late then. Give it a try. Check it out. I'll be there. I will not leave you out in the cold. I promise. Thank you for listening to me.